Uh, Hello. So today we will plant the 10 Halamang Gamot approved by the DOH. So maghimutag botanical garden dire sa ako ang backyard. So everyone, I decided to put my botanical garden here because over here there's shade. Usually when the sun rises, dire lang only this part gets hit direct by sunlight, and this part it's shaded. I'm gonna put the plants that don't really need sun for now because they're sensitive to too much heat because they're still young. As you can see, I already have plants over there. I'll go over them one by one once I start repotting them. So I'm gonna be repotting them into these metal cans. I also prepared these. All of these have holes. I'll be placing the plants here that require more root space. So, okay.
So for our first plant, we have our ulasimang bato, or pansit-pansitan. This plant has inflammatory effects and it promotes the excretion of uric acid and reduces inflammation in joints. So this plant makes it useful for gout and arthritis. So for our next plant, we have our bayabas, or our guava. So guava leaves are actually really useful. They have a lot of properties. So they possess an astringent, antiseptic, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and anti-diarrheal properties. So these tannins, they help tighten tissues, they reduce bleeding, and they can also inhibit bacterial growth. So you could boil these leaves to use it as a wound wash, or you could also use it as a mouthwash for gum infection, and you can even use it as a tea for diarrhea. So guava or your bayabas has really a lot of helpful medicinal properties. So for our next plant, we have tsaang gubat. So tsaang gubat has anti-diarrheal and antioxidant properties. So it relaxes smooth muscles in the intestines and reduces excessive bowel movement, making it useful for digestive disorders. So you could use this as a tanggubat tea for stomach ache, diarrhea, or intestinal cramps after eating spoiled food. Our next plant is lagundi. Lagundi is primarily used for respiratory conditions. It has anti-inflammatory properties, so these help widen airways, loosen mucus, suppress coughing, and reduce inflammation in the respiratory tract. So by drinking lagundi leaves, they can even relieve cough or suppress cough. You could also turn these leaves into a lagundi syrup for again cough, asthma attacks, or mild fever. For our next plant, we have yerba buena. So yerba buena contains menthol-like compounds that produce an analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties. So these properties help relieve pain, reduce fever, and relax muscle spasms. You can crush these leaves and apply it to your temples for headache, or boil these leaves to use it as a tea for stomach pain. The next plant is niyog-niyugan. Niyog-niyugan functions as an antihelmintic, meaning they can expel intestinal worms and parasites. They contain compounds toxic to helminths, but it is safe in controlled doses for us humans. My next plant is Acapulco, but unfortunately my plant, haven't noticed that there was actually worms in it, and as you can see, the worms ate all of the leaves of my Acapulco. But not to worry, there's a little sprout that is growing, so I'm just going to cut the stem of the old stem of the Acapulco so that the nutrients in the soil would help the new sprout grow. I'm just gonna transfer these worms to another place because they're gonna grow into beautiful, beautiful butterflies. So, anyway, the Acapulco leaves actually contain active constituents with strong antifungal, antimicrobial, and antipyretic effects. So, these effects are especially effective in fungal skin infections. You could use the leaf extract to apply it topically to treat ringworm, athlete's foot, or even fungal rashes. The next halamang gamot is ampalaya. Ampalaya exhibits anti-diabetic effects because it contains compounds that mimic insulin and enhances glucose uptake by cells. It also has a mild antioxidant activity. Consuming ampalaya can regulate blood sugar levels in people with mild diabetes. The next halamang gamot is Sampung. Sampung has diuretic effects which increases urine production. This helps flush out toxins and prevents the formation of kidney stones. It can also reduce fluid retention. You can use Sampung as a tea to take it to help pass small kidney stones or relieve mild urinary tract discomfort. For the next plant, bawang, I'm gonna put it here on this tire. And pak! Tadang! So, bawang or garlic has multiple pharmacologic actions. These include hypertensive, hypolipidemic, antiplatelet, antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal effects because its sulfur compounds help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and inhibit microbial growth. So, I decided to put more. So, that is all for my Sampung Halamang Gamot. I am really excited and really looking forward to taking care of all of these plants in my botanical garden, and I'm hoping these would grow healthy so that I can have my own herbal medicinal plants right here in my backyard. Thank you.